Let's take you back in time a couple of weeks to the Midlands from a few weeks ago. We have 5 of the individual champions here. Stanford taking home the team title. So a lot of these wrestlers seeing each other again. There's one rematch coming up, though, but overall, still, these teams have kind of seen each other relatively recently.
Yeah, you would have thought there might have been several matchups between Pitt and Stanford. Only 2, and one of which obviously not going to happen. Neither guy here between Brown and Abbas, but the one that is here is at 157, and it's going to be one of our best matches of our night here, as these two went to overtime at the Midlands, and it should be a really exciting matchup.
That match at 157 coming up right now between Cholakyan and Evans. Both coaches had a lot to say over the week about this match in particular from the last time these two wrestlers saw each other. You had a sort of a tale of 2 different matches there. You had Cholakyan get out really early with that lead, went up 7-1 at one point, but then Evans battled back. So Pitt looking for a stronger start while Stanford looking for a stronger finish.
Yeah, and actually on the Stanford side, Coach Ayers mentioned they actually had an entire practice just around the 3rd period, because he felt not only with Cholakyan, but a lot of guys lately haven't been able to finish strong. And so they talked a lot about 3rd period wrestling and had a practice just focused on 3rd period wrestling. And really for the Panthers, getting out to a quicker start. And Dylan Evans, he's a grinder. You know, he's going to keep coming at you. I think he's a guy that you wrestle an entire match and you say, hey, you know what, you need to go wrestle another one. He's ready. He'll go another 7 minutes. But, yeah, I mean, it's just about getting him to his offense a little bit quicker and not having to battle back in a match.
Yeah, sort of a battle of styles as well, too. You have Cholakyan, who's more of the explosive style, and like you mentioned, Evans, more of a grinded-out kind of guy. So we'll see how that kind of clashing of styles goes here at 157.
So far, obviously these guys know each other now, so now it's a matter of, okay, where are my openings? Where am I going to get after it? And good shot there by Evans, but an even better defensive move there. It was almost like a cement mixer, but wasn't quite there. At least able to get Evans off the leg, though, was Cholakyan, and back into some hand fighting.
That win over Cholakyan, one of 3 ranked wins this season for Dylan Evans, the redshirt freshman from Pittsburgh. One of several local wrestlers on this Panther squad.
Yeah, won a couple state titles for Chartiers Valley. Did Evans, and staying home here at Pitt.
Talking to Keith Gavin, too, is we asked him sort of what surprised him about so far this season with the team and things like that. And he mentioned Dylan Evans. He said it wasn't a surprise, but he's been very impressed with his development as an all-around wrestler. He's just gotten so much better. And like you mentioned, wasn't a surprise necessarily, but just something that's good to see with his development in year number 2. No scoring so far in this first period with just over 40 to go.
And some really good hand fighting between these two, but not really opening up much opportunity. Both guys just trying to stay in good position. Just trying to watch some of the head taps.
Cholakyan, the freshman from Burbank, California, the California state champion last year at St. John Bosco, a school that has become nationally known for its athletics. And talked about that early lead for Cholakyan last time, not necessarily the case tonight, but Hayden Hidley, a 5-time All-American at NC State, one of the coaches on this staff for Coach Ayers at Stanford. Certainly, we've seen this with Pitt as well, bring former wrestlers into the fold from pretty recent years, and you see that with Stanford there as well.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in the ACC knows the Hidley brothers, Hayden and Trent, and Hayden kind of paved the way for Trent at NC State to start things off, and just a great wrestler. One of the few guys who almost knocked off Jason Nolf of Penn State in the NCAA tournament, and just a solid individual is Hidley.
Evans able to get the escape point. First scoring of any kind so far here at 157.
This is right around the weights where highly competed, so he would really help out and give good guidance to Cholakyan. And so far, despite the 1-0 score, Evans has taken a couple of shots. Just hasn't been able to get in deep enough to try to finish.
Cholakyan 10-5 on the season. 3 of those losses coming versus top 10 wrestlers, including the first loss of his career coming at the hands of #1 Ja'Cory Teamer of Iowa.
When I talked about Cholakyan's explosiveness, and so far Evans has been able to keep him at bay and not really giving him any angles to use that explosiveness.
So certainly a different style of match than the one we saw last time. They went to sudden victory, but Evans with the 1-0 advantage, and he'll take that here in the second period. Ride time not a factor at this point. 4 seconds in favor of Cholakyan, but something that could change dramatically here in the third period.
Now Cholakyan trying to kick a couple fakes. He wants to take the action to Evans. Wants to try to potentially force him out, draw a stall call, but not going to be able to.
157, certainly a division that stacked from the ACC, especially. You get the addition of Stanford as well. You just add another name to that list in Cholakyan.
Yeah, I mean, these two young guys, right, trying to make a name for themselves. You got the, as Coach Ayers would say, old dog right at the top, Ed Scott. He's been solid for a number of years, and these two looking to compete. Should get the quick escape, and it's just a matter of who's going to be willing to take that full shot.
So both sides trading those escape points at 157. Both of these guys proven to be very evenly matched. Evans coming into today having won 6 of his last 8 matches, with 2 of those wins against ranked opponents as well. So he's got some experience trying to make some noise here in the third.
Evans once again with the shot attempt. Cholakyan, we noted at the end of the last period, was taking a couple of fakes, but really hasn't taken a shot yet. Evans has taken 3. Hasn't been able to finish, but is at least trying to get in on the legs.
Final 45 of period number 3.
Evans again with a shot. There's a stall call on Cholakyan. Now he takes his first shot. Now we're getting into some action here. Back and forth.
"15 seconds ago, a critical matchup here at 157. Pitt leads by 3 in the team score.
Yeah, this true toss-up match, you gotta think this one could be one of those ones that could decide the duel.
And once again, we are headed to overtime. Regulation once again not enough to decide it between Cholakyan and Evans.
Much different match, not 8-8 and 1-1,
Yeah.
right? But you know, at the end of the day, these two find themselves back into overtime.
This match seemingly more of Evans' style than Cholakyan's explosive nature, but both sides holding strong nonetheless.
Still plenty of time here in this overtime period. Nice double leg shot. Caught Evans on his heels.
Nothing yet for Cholakyan.
Evans trying to fight this off. Keeping a hold of that ankle. This is the best opportunity Cholakyan's had. And a stalemate comes. What a job by Evans to fight that off.
Cool.
Cholakyan just caught him on his heels on that double leg.
Cholakyan had a hold of that ankle, but nothing comes of it. Nice job by Evans to get free, and still 50 seconds left in overtime.
Yeah, most Astros would have just kind of rolled right over with it. Evans now trying to pick up the leg.
Now Evans on the offensive for the Panthers, trying to get some points.
There is that cement mixer attempt, and Evans gets the takedown. Evans was too tight this time around, and he gets the overtime win.
And once again, Dylan Evans brings Cholakyan past regulation and is able to get the win by decision by a score of 4-1. Now a 14-8 advantage for the Panthers, thanks to Dylan Evans getting the points at 157 for the Panthers.